spirit for the Lord, I can't turn down. Talking too much, bruh, it's time for you to learn now.
So what they hearing, they offended, get up.
When Christ was about to be killed, the angel told something specific to his parents. Now we got to use critical thinking and say, why is this written here like this? Matthew 2:13.
The book of Matthew, chapter 2 and verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt.
Now stop. They told him to flee into Egypt. What color were the people in Egypt? Told him to run and go hide. Now he looked like this, right? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed white boy. He ran down into Egypt. They'd be like, there you go, right there. Because all the people in Egypt were what color? They're dark, right? They're black. They're brown. They're different shades. They're not. Everybody in Egypt isn't a light man. Right. So what he told them was, flee amongst people who look like you so that you can hide. So why have you been taught a different thing? Now we look at verse 48. Watch. All of it is written in the Bible. Your entire life and everything you do in your life is written in this Bible. But we think we got control. God is controlling it. Verse 48.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
God said, because you don't want to serve me, I'm going to have you serve your what? God, read it again. Watch. Verse 48.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So the people who did this to you, come here real quick. I need two of y'all. Alicia, come in. Hold these up for them. Hold these two up. He said, therefore shall you serve your what? So now, people who would do this to you is your what? Are those your friends? Read what God said. Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Why did he call them your enemies? Because they were going to be against you forever. So today you are in your enemy's land, not knowing who you are, and they let you walk on and call yourself Mexican and black. He said you're going to serve your enemies. Go ahead.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent these people against you? Against the northern kingdom and against the southern kingdom? Who sent those people?
Read up.
Sorry? Who sent the people that did this to you? Who sent them? Who? Read it again. Watch what God said.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent them?
The
Lord. Nah, we got to start giving God his credit. When we give God his credit, we'll change our mind. So God did this to you. God did this to you, sis. They just made a movie about this man called Emancipation, right? All these whips on his back, God did this. Right. But we don't give God his credit. We think, hey, I don't got to follow what God say. I can just do my own thing. God said he was going to send his enemies against you. Go ahead.
In hunger?
In hunger. So now when we want to eat, guess who we got to go to eat from? Dollar Tree, the gas station we don't own, the restaurant over there. Maybe it's our people running it, but who owns the building?
99% of driving in the world is idolatry.
Correct. I'm 100% with you. What? Say what you said, sis?
That's why we have
some strangers. There you go, sis. You've been listening. God said them strangers is going to own everything. And not only are they strangers, he said they're your enemies. Read.
And in thirst.
If you want water, right? You just drank some water. What brand is that? Tell me that. That's Mexican water. Must be. Must be. God said, okay. So God said he was going to send, and he was going to serve your enemies for what? My brother, how you doing? Right? What I'm telling them is you had to serve your enemies for water. Right. You ever thought about that? Where you get your water from?
Mexico.
From Mexico? You go down, you drive to Tijuana and get water out the... No, you don't do that. You see how people just lie? They just say stuff. That's not true. You don't drive into Mexico. You get your water from the tap, or you go to Walmart or Dollar Tree or whatever, and you buy water bottles, right? God said you were going to get that water from your enemies. Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. The clothes that we have on our body, they have tags on them. What do those tags say? Made in Mexico? What about, why they don't say made on Imperial Avenue at 25th Street? They say made in China, they say made in Mexico, they say all is made in Taiwan. Because guess what? God said you were going to serve who, sis? Who did God say you were going to save, my brother? There it goes. And for your food, for your water, and your clothing. Y'all can drop them. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And in one of all things.
He said you were going to serve them in one of everything. That's why your license, you got to go get one to drive. That's why in order to keep your car, you got to get taxes. Right. In order for you to ride the bus, you got to get what they want you to get. Right. In order for you to graduate from school or get a good job, you need the degree that they told you got to get. So also, my brother, to your point, they taught you that Christ was white. You see what I'm saying? They taught you that Christ is white and you had to do nothing that he says. That's what they taught you. Don't do anything in this Bible. Don't judge each other and God will forgive you. But that is counter to what God said because we're in this position because we forgot who we are and we don't keep God's commandments. So think about it. What are they teaching you then? Huh? Not to judge. They're teaching you what? To destroy yourself. That's what they're teaching you because God said if you kept my commandments as the nation of Israel, you would be on high above all nations. But today where you sit is on the bottom of, and I'm going to read that for you out the Bible. Give me verse 1 real quick. Watch this. This is what God said would happen if you knew you were from the tribe of Issachar, if you knew you were from the tribe of Judah, and you did everything that was written in this book. Watch.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He said if you shall listen, if you do what God told you to do, watch what he said he would give you.
To observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
See what God said? He said if you did this, you would be the world superpower. There would be no America. There would be the nation of Israel. They would be set above all nations. But where do you find yourself now? There's no in between with God. He said either I'm going to set you above everybody, or I'm going to put you on the bottom of everybody in the world. Ain't no in between. So now we find ourselves in the hood all the way on the bottom, and we go day after day after day trying to figure out why is it like this? Why can't I get a good job? Why can't I get my family out the hood? Why I got to worry about drive-bys and all these different things that in La Jolla they don't got to worry about? You know why? God is the one orchestrating it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we got to get in our brain. We got to give God his credit, and then we'll start applying the laws of God.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.